Okay, unfortunately, this is going to be a very bad day here. We got to have on video here with Huntington Bank. My name is Stephen A. Summers. My mother has been tragically disabled and in bad health for about 9-10 months now. And I took over her affairs officially in the spring and acutely here this July of 2025. Unfortunately, she was taken back to the hospital September the 11th of 2025. The life-threatening infection conditions, and unfortunately the hospital wanted her moved very quickly once they had saved her life, which we're very grateful they did. So on or about after September 20th, but no later than September 23rd, I began coming here to the Huntington Bank branch here in Palatine, Illinois, meeting with Ernest or Ernie. I never got to meet Ernest or Ernie. He was always running and hiding and having the tellers front for him. And it was a never-ending story of why Ernie can't meet with no one. And then roughly on or around October 1st, a gentleman by the name of Jim, by the way, this is Endeavor Health here. This is part of the reason we wanted to work with Huntington there. Endeavor Health here, Huntington there. When Huntington Bank took over First Merit Bank, TCF Bank, they inherited my mother as a client. They failed horribly in their fiduciary responsibility to her and in their responsibility as human beings to her here in September and October. In the fact they refused to help her with cashing in the stock elements that she had laying around that she needed so desperately to pay her bills and to be able to pay for a better place to live. As a result of this, I had to suspend my campaign, my job, a lot of things, and she's, along with me, been trapped over here in Motel 6 right behind this shopping area because the end of September of 2025, Northwest Community Hospital, Endeavor Health, told me if I didn't pick up my mother and take her back to Wisconsin, that they would file for guardianship. I picked up my mother October 3rd, took her back to Wisconsin. Fortunately, we did not have the money to stay because Jim and Ernie refused to release any funds or work with us in the situations, even though the desperateness of the situations was made very poignantly clear to them. Their response was they needed about 10 days to see me in person, and then after that nonsense, after an hour meeting, they told me that there wasn't enough money in this stock project for them, that they only handle big money, and that I should consult with their person at their corporate headquarters in Ohio, that he would call me the following day, which he did. The gentleman talked to me the following day and said he wouldn't be able to get around to helping my mother for a week. Also during this period, during this meeting, Ernest and Jim brought up what Fidelity Investments had done to my mother between 2022 and 2023. And they insisted that I go and deal with Fidelity Investments, take them on and start the litigation against them, which I began that process with a face-to-face meeting that's publicly posted on YouTube, as this one shall be, was publicly posted on October the 28th. Now, as of this morning, Palatine police had to be called because my mother and I were threatened with eviction because my personal accounts have been reduced to nothing, taking care of my mother. And Randy on the business side unfortunately bounced some checks and made some very bad decisions with the IPO and not talking with his business partners and family members, which has resulted in my accounts being overdrawn and the hotel demanding that these checks be cashed and this money in these stocks go forward. This resulted in the Palatine police having to be called today. And unfortunately, and I do give them credit because it did sound ridiculous, that when I told them that basically Huntington Bank was sitting on $37,000 of my mother's assets and refusing to help her in her horrible plight of sickness and disability, and refused to honor their fiduciary responsibility, not just to her, but to the community, to just society as a pillar of society that they claim to be. So what we're going to do here is go over here and talk with the nice people, ascertain when they're going to open that stock, move the stock, and when they're going to cash these checks. Oh, shoot. No problem. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
How are you been?
Okay,
Not terribly too great. She's not here today.
she's here.
Oh, she is. Okay.
She's in the back.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah.
I feel it might be appropriate more to talk with you about what's happened. My mother is unfortunately being put out of her building today because of what Jim and Ernie told, and it unfortunately involved the Palatine police a little earlier today. And then when I explained to the Palatine police that there was $37,000 of stock here in the bag, that the bank my mother had been in de facto since the 90s, that's when you guys bought TCF Bank. Before that, they were a different bank, but my mother was actually with them since the 80s. They found it to be almost laughable, and then I actually showed them the things, and the landlord over here is being very belligerent, threatening my mother and her well-being. You know, she has dementia and she's disabled,
Yeah.
so that's why she needs help.
Yeah, it sounds like she does need help.
Yeah, she does need help, and I began meeting here with this clown and his con artist buddy here September 23rd, and there's a very nice lady that usually sits over there that constantly relayed the messages. And what they had a fiduciary responsibility to do was not to take on fidelity. They had a responsibility to have uploaded the power of attorney then, 2 weeks, 3, 4 weeks, whatever it was in October when I was here with them. Because I got a bag of checks here, we need to get cash today. My mom, Palatine police are over here and they're needing the cash. And if you want to, I'll just have them come over, they can maybe explain it better.
No, I mean, it sounds like you're explaining it, or you don't really know what can I do for it.
Well, did the power of attorney get cleared yet?
Power of attorney did not complete yet, because we submitted it like
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me show you the check that she needs cash. Now, she's willing to come over here in her disability.
We don't need her to come here unless, you know. we're at
She
that
has to
point.
pay, she has to pay these criminals over here, and I'll play you the tape. They demanded payment,
I
and
don't even get the tape.
they wouldn't take no for an answer.
Yeah.
So here's what I did to them. I explained to the criminal and her little friend, I said, we've rented here since January the 15th. It's a business rental. All the truck drivers stay here. My mother can stay here. You can't put us off the premises. I'm asserting my tenant rights.
Yeah.
And they obviously didn't understand I've been to law school. That's
Yeah.
what you learn in law school, is
Yeah.
how to use words like assert and in lieu of, and you learn how to put paper on people. So, my mother has a very small savings account left and a very small IRA that needs to get closed out. And I can have my mom sign this. If you could just cash that for her so she could stay in her building, that would be the greatest thing of the day today.
She would need to sign it.
Yeah, I can never do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can never do that. Because here's the thing. I'm overdrawn $18,000 right now on the business side because Randy made a mistake.
Yeah.
And so I don't have any money until this bag of stocks gets settled.
Stephen Summers?
That's me.
That's you?
Yeah. Is
Okay.
it acceptable that I sign it?
It's care of Stephen Summers.
Yeah, I manage everything for her.
Yeah. So I believe if it says care of you, you might be able to.
That would be
are
awesome.
you like the administrator?
I'm her everything right now.
Yeah. So I would endorse it, Catherine O'Leary by Stephen Summers.
And she has an account here with you guys.
Yeah.
So it just simply, maybe we deposit it into the account. I think there's only $100 there.
Yeah, we can deposit in
And
there.
then if we could take out $80 to pay the people that are yelling and screaming, that would be great. And then whenever the power of attorney is ready, but here's what I will be demanding that the bank do. They're going to have to take
On
on,
the other side, yeah.
right here,
Uh-huh.
they're going to have to take on liquidate. I mean, here's the problem. They have a fiduciary responsibility to serve her. She's in need. Either that or they need to open a separate division and warn people, because I spent a month coming here. I'm losing $400 a day every day I'm here. Not that I'm saying that's my mother's worth every penny of it, but if we had the funds moved, she'd be up and running, and she'd be in a lot better living situation. She's not in one right now.
Yeah.
Okay, but
So
it's
her,
interesting.
it's her name
And then
by you.
Stephen A. Summers, POA?
Yeah.
Okay. And this is just the first one by
By
Stephen A. Summers.
comma POA.
And then I can give you her social security number real quick.
What's that?
It's 319 329856. And the nursing home put a dirty bill through, or an unauthorized payment through. This is Aaliyah Nursing Home. They just overdrew her other account by $748. That's why she's having to have this help immediately.
She has an IRA account.
Yeah, it's only $150 in it though, right? And she has a savings account.
Let me see what the savings is.
She has a savings and she has an IRA.
Okay, there's a couple profiles for her.
Mhm.
One with a V over here.
Yeah, Catherine Beal-Leary.
And one without a V.
Yeah, she's mad about the V, but you can use either one.
So when I look under the V, I don't see the savings. I see an IRA, cash. Okay, it's a cash IRA. They're both IRAs.
Two IRAs.
Yeah.
One with 100 and one with 150.
One with like 150, and one with like over 1,000.
Okay. We're gonna liquidate the over 1,000 one immediately as soon as the power of attorney is available.
Yeah.
But for now, if we can just get this taken care of, because here's the thing. I'll play you the tape. I had to assert.
I don't need to hear the
Yeah.
tape. That's your business.
Yeah.
This is a Wells Fargo check, and across the street is a Wells Fargo.
Yeah, but they're.
I would cash it there.
No. I have a Wells Fargo account actually.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Okay, I have a Wells Fargo account, but I don't know how fast that would be made available.
Yeah, if we deposited it here, it's gonna take time for it to come.
But couldn't you, she has no savings account left?
No, I don't see a savings account in that. I
Can
see
you
a $153
IRA,
IRA.
and a second one has how much in it?
A little over 1,000.
And there's no,
And technically, I can't be divulging this.
Then no,
Yeah.
but you already
Yeah.
know that it's as real as it gets.
Yeah, I know. So I'm just keeping
I mean,
it real for you.
If I brought her
Yeah.
in today, could you give her,
She can do anything she wants if she's here.
but she has no ID. You just bring her in?
She has no ID?
No, she has dementia. She's
Does
in
that-
her underwear. She's unfit to be anywhere. It's cost us $40 to bring her over here just to bring her here.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the situation, but you still need an ID in order to do business in a
Well,
bank. Any bank you go to,
No, I know,
they're gonna
but
ask for that.
no, actually, they wouldn't because.
Unless they know you.
No, I know, but what they would do, in her case, is the doctor did write a letter of incapacitation.
Yeah.
So, but the number one problem that far more worse than this is, when is Ernie and Jim gonna be around? Because they're gonna be coming to court either as material witnesses against Fidelity, because it was their idea to go jump Fidelity, or they're gonna be defendants, because I've lost roughly $3,000 a week for 5 weeks, plus money spent. Then they could have just moved the stocks just moved it. It's an inconvenience, but the point is, the generation right now, and you're a young guy, but you understand generations, this older generation is ending up with a problem where they have a huge older population, but no one to look after them or be concerned about them. So
Yeah,
you're
the baby boomer.
Yeah, so because they've been rotten their whole life.
Yeah.
So you're having these problems now where you're having a lot of old people are going to wash up on the door here that are your customers and your clients that you guys have a fiduciary responsibility to.
Yeah, deal with them on a regular basis.
But I mean, you and I are smart. We know if something ain't taken care of for somebody, they go somewhere and they get repossessed or thrown out or their storage gets sold or all that happens to them. I mean, I've spent 6 weeks like the little Dutch boy running from one end of the dam to the other, stuffing things. So since she doesn't have a savings account, no, the letter of incapacitation in Illinois serves to basically codify the power of attorney. In other words, power of attorney, the durable power of attorney states that when the person reaches a point where they are disabled and can no longer make their own decisions, it still remains.
I get what incapacitation means. Yeah.
I just don't want to put everybody through having her here today.
Yeah. I the reason why I'm suggesting you go to Wells Fargo is you'll get your money much quicker, and you should not be depositing this into an IRA.
Well, let me see that for a second.
Yeah. The IRA account is the only thing she has. If she had a regular savings, you could throw it in the savings.
I thought she
no
did.
issues. Yeah.
I thought she did.
Yeah. If she's mentally incapacitated and you have a POA, and you have an ID and it's in care of you, you should be able to negotiate that at Wells Fargo with your ID. You don't need your mom present. And they're right across the street.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I'm gonna go over there and deal with them. But listen, because they cut us a real break today because this was and it's not to reflect badly on you, but they were going to put my mom in the street today.
Yeah.
And the police said, you're not putting her in the street.
Yeah, there's like a whole eviction process you have to take, right?
This place, it's the hotel. They said they could do that.
Oh.
And she's staying in a hotel room.
Okay, I didn't know that. I don't know the laws of this. You might know it better than I do.
Just real quick, I was meeting with the Palatine Police about an hour ago. There was Officer Sposik was there with my mother. My mother is badly disabled at the Motel 6. And I was informing him of everything that happened at Huntington Bank because he wanted to know why there was a bag of stocks and no one's bills had been paid. And he asked me to call him when I got done at the Huntington Bank, and I'm there now if he wants to come by for the Palatine Police Department. The call would have been 1450 Dundee Road. It was an eviction. And sure, I'm sorry. It was Officer Christian. Sorry. Yes. Sure, man. Okay. So basically what they did is oh, I was just answering someone else in the room here. I'm sorry. Here, I don't want to interrupt. Correct. No, when I'm at the bank. Yeah. Because little old Jim and worse little old Ernest, the two thieves, aren't here today. We're missing $37,000, but it's a little issue, and we're gonna get it worked out. That's why my mom's being evicted. I'm at the Huntington Bank in Palatine, Illinois, on Rand Road. Do you have the address here?
1589?
1589?
Yeah.
Rand Road.
Why are they coming here?
Oh, they're coming for me.
Oh, okay.
And then they're verifying that I came here.
Oh, okay.
And then they're gonna verify that bag of stocks there, and she has an IRA here, and then... I'm sorry, ma'am. Agreed, ma'am. Sorry about that. IR. 213 518 9212 Steve Summers for Congress. And that's the phone that's registered to my campaign. No, you asked for the phone. Who owns the phone? It's a campaign phone. It's a work phone. Oh, why'd you so much think it was a joke? That's who owns the phone. It's the Los Angeles campaign phone for a congressional campaign. Okay, no problem. My name is Stephen A. Summers. Summers. Officer Sposik asked specifically that if I was not returning with payment for the participants over there, because he's seen my bag of checks, to give him a call because he needs to put them at ease because they think they got ripped off. And he wants to verify I attempted to go to the bank and obtain the funds. Thank you. All right. I did not know she did not have a savings account anymore. She had, I thought, a savings account forever. But here's what we're going to have to do. She owes Aaliyah $14,000. I can't get her into another care facility until I either litigate what they did to her or pay them. And I don't want to pay them because they almost killed her in June. So what I'm going to say is this. What Huntington needs to do is have a separate asset management division established to deal with this. This is a demographic of the entire country. It's going to get worse. There's going to be, because of the high sugar diet, because of the alcohol consumption, these factors make for dementia street. This is what makes dementia take place in people's lives. I mean, I have a grandmother lived to be 94, was smarter than me, and I've lost relatives that weren't even 70. And it's all lifestyle. So they really were about to throw her out and me in cuffs. And I said to them that I really don't want to lose my temper with your two parties because they're rotten as fuck. And then the gentlemen who have known me here in this community for over a year as a business owner here, they know, like the little old lady that works at the Walmart here that has no family, that has to walk home.
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah.
She's a nice lady.
Yeah.
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 She helped me there.
We're talking about Rebecca.
The little hair,
the little lady from Ecuador.
Back,
She's from Ecuador.
Yeah.
She's from Ecuador originally. Yes, her.
Yeah.
Guess who drives her home? Guess who makes his truck drivers go pick her up and take her home? Guess who sends Ubers? Guess who sends taxi cabs? That's me. So my record around here of being a do-gooder and in up-teen situations I've intervened in. Okay. And so the police are like,
that's cool.
They're like, you really don't, because where we're at, they're like, we want him arrested. He's threatening to be violent. I said, I'm not threatening to be violent. I'm going to be violent. And then I explained it to them. And then I explained, even if I choose to be violent, you guys can't get rid of me for 30 days anyway. And you got to go to housing court to do it. And I don't have to pay you guys. We could sit here and squat on you. And then they got their eyes real big.
What are we talking about?
No, I'm talking about where my mom is.
Okay.
And no, what I had suggested and what Randy suggested was Randy was going to send my mom over here and leave her right there. Right there. That's what he was going to do. And Mike, the other guy that came and met with these characters of yours, he's over 70. He's terminally ill. They can't charge him with anything. He's still very strong. You understand? I know you're not the guilty one, and you're a very compassionate person.
I mean, what are we trying to do here? You have stock certificates. You want to transfer those stocks?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
We're going to force Huntington to do it because here's the thing. I went 2 weeks with these clowns before. They didn't tell me in the beginning. They didn't call me back. And you have to understand, Endeavor Health is right there. Hello, right? Look, my mom goes to the Endeavor. Do you see 40 feet from where you're sitting? That Endeavor building, that's where she goes. Mm-hmm. And she sleeps there and I park my equipment in the Walmart. I'm not supposed to, but until they sue me, who cares? I eat breakfast at this bagel shop. We have all of our little vehicles we grab out of Home Depot over there and all our rehab stuff. So this is like the perfectest spot because I can't afford 25-hour care. I've been paying different people to babysit my mom when I'm not there. So we came here the 23rd. We didn't get to sit down with these people till the 7th or the 8th or the 9th or the 10th. It was clearly after the 10th. Every time it was they need another week, they need another week, they need another week. Finally, I got these guys sitting down here, and I was able to tell them the whole story that I told you. It's a very bad story, and she needs help.
Yeah.
And they turned around, they looked up the fact that she had abandoned bank accounts before here. She had bank accounts that are still in the state custody that I was not the administrator at the time that happened.
Yeah.
She's been in bad mental health since 1993. She was first hospitalized in 1993.
Yeah, I mean, she's in bad shape. She's got dementia.
Yeah.
I mean, she needs help, right? She's going to get thrown on the street.
So
Those
basically,
certificates, you guys need to do something with that.
Yeah, we asked you guys to do it.
Yeah.
That's what here, and here's the story.
And I don't handle that.
No, I know you don't, but
Yeah.
here's the song and dance I got from them.
Yeah.
That do handle it. There needs to be a different division handling this for troubled people. There could be the regular customer division, and then to be smart, and that's what I'm going to talk to your board of directors and your CEO about. Now you might say, hey, how can you do that? I'm a congressional candidate. That's what congressional candidates do.
No, I'm not
I
asking
may
any
be
of
the,
that. Or
I may be the smallest one in Los Angeles with the least amount of supporters. I've got only 8,000 supporters as of this morning. But in Los Angeles, I was an activist, and there was never a case I was part of that I wasn't absolutely the triple underdog. I've never been in a Goliath versus David. I'm always the David versus the Goliath.
Sure.
And I've always won, one way or another. So I got a whole list of giants in the backyard there that I can go look up at and go, hey, I got that one, got that one, got that one, got that one, got that one. Well, what's one more? So here's what I asked them to do. And then their excuse was, well, we have a department in the headquarters in Ohio where you self-direct the stock account. And we'll have the person call you that does that. We'll have him call you tomorrow, which he did call me. And this is around now the 20th almost of October. And he tells me that it'll be another week before he could get to this. We couldn't make it, and we didn't make it. And I've got a litany of problems. We've got $18,000 worth of problems on our side of the business because this didn't get done. And I feel that these two knew that. Just like you're an empath of a degree, you can tell, hey, wait a minute, this doesn't happen, this is what happens. If that doesn't happen, then this can happen, and the end result is that, and that's bad. It's just like Rebecca over there. Hey,
honestly, like I want to just whatever I can do in my power to help you.
What I'm going to do is
I'm limited to.
As soon as the power of attorney is approved.
Yeah.
I'm going to open our savings account.
Yeah.
I'm going to set up the stocks here. I'll force them to do it. I want the stocks liquidated. I need her moved to. Hey, we only have to the 13th to get out of their building. Now I could dig my claws and fangs in there and stay longer, and I don't want to do that because then Motel 6, the brand, is going to retaliate against direct drivers, my truck service, and my name. In other words, truck drivers and our ability to place truck drivers in their rooms around the country could be jeopardized over this piss fest. Look, you've been great. If we could get you cloned, hey, I got an idea. How about we put these two in charge of mopping the floor? We put you in charge of the investment division. That's what we should do around here. And by the way, I'm a savant, so I can say that. I have an IQ of 178. I know I have no social skills. Savants don't have social skills, by the way.
No, you're fine, man.
You've ever read about a savant?
You're passionate to help your mom, man, and I understand.
Not just my mom.
My mom, I feel the same way.
Yeah, it's just not what you do. You don't listen.
Yeah.
I seen how they took care of her. We tried the nursing home routine. They got her on the medication. Her leg is in horrible condition. And now I got her on my program, and she's walking around, and her brain is running at 90% efficiency. But if I brought her over here, no, I'll take your advice. We'll try to take the check over to Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
But we got to get I mean, this is all different brands of stock, and the total on this is over $150,000 now. I've added up so far. That's